Alright, so we're back with another Flashpoint, the battle, this time the battle for Smithon. So, from Kamea Arano, the Restoration Army is engaged in a battle of attrition against Directorate forces, and our ground forces need resupply if they're going to prevail. To that end, I'm sending you to capture a Directorate munitions camp. Eliminate their defenses and prevent them from getting away with the munitions. Our support staff will handle the rest. So, it is... hold on. There we go. It is one of the, well, I think more fun Flashpoint missions just in the vanilla game. We're going to have to be careful that we're bringing an appropriate lance again, because, you know, we're packing a little bit more heat than is usual at this point in the vanilla campaign. Although last time I think they did adjust the difficulty a little bit, but not a ton. So let's think about what we want to bring, and the first thing I want to point out is we only have one Marauder up here in the bay, in the bay these days, and it's the one with the improved heavy Gauss rifle. The one with quad plasma rifles has been shut down temporarily in favor of the new and improved Stone Rhino. This thing is so slow. It moves at 3.5, but I mean, just double rotary AC5 quad plasma rifle. This thing says if you get near it, or if you let it get near enough to you in range to unload those guns, everything dies. So I do want to bring it, but I'm a little bit worried that it will be a little bit too much for the current drop. So instead, what I think we're going to do is we're going to bring the Timberwolf, because I love this thing. We're going to bring the Axeman on his second outing. So this is the rebuilt Axeman. Doesn't really have the range troubles that I was struggling with the first build. It does have a supercharger, so it actually moves at 7-8, 7 on the move, 8 on the sprint, and it carries with it quad ER medium and an ultra AC 20. So this thing says, okay, well, we're not effective at long range anymore. You know, that concept is thrown out the window, but at least we do some good work when we get stuck in. I'm also looking at taking the Nova, but I don't really love this build on it still. I mean, double ER medium, double VSPL is all well and good, and you know, the streaks do add up. It's just, I've never found it to be particularly impressive of a build. So you know what I think we'll do? We will go a little bit heavier on this drop. I think we will take the Marauder with the improved heavy Gauss, and we'll put Bomb Squad in that one. And then I think we'll take the Nova. And who was piloting the Nova again? I think that was Skyros. Yeah, and actually he'll get the 15 familiarity cool running off the Nova on this one. We have switched Skyros over to the Jaeger mech. I probably will keep that Jaeger mech for our usual deployments. I think it's a more effective platform, but I don't really want to drop anything heavier than this. Although two heavies, 2 mediums at this point is not terrible. It's just that, you know, you don't usually have an improved heavy Gauss on them in vanilla, so we'll see what we can do. Let's go ahead and drop in.
Interface initiated.
Alright, there's the drop. Immediately accompanied by some very thematic, different than usual music, which is nice. Hi, Lady Kamea Arano says, welcome to Smithon, Commander. The bulk of the army is entrenched in the capital, exchanging fire with what's left of the Directorate's defense force. Battle's leaning in their favor, but they're all running low on ammunition, which is where we come in. The structure ahead of us is a munitions dump that the Directorate stole from House Karasis. Karasis. We have to take it back, find all hostile units, and eliminate them. And then their staff will handle the rest. Several objectives for us on the mission. They all pay well. Save some of the ammunition already packaged. Bonus payment. managed to preserve the bulk of the ammunition, second cumulative payment, and finally a bounty on any Directorate transports we managed to destroy during the engagement. Okay, facilities heavily guarded. Yeah, alright. It's a good thing
Good hunting, Commander.
that we chose not
Take out those
to
battle mechs and mine the
carry
crates.
any artillery on this one. We destroyed the crates without even trying. It does make me kind of hope that they haven't. 20 tonner, 35 tonner. Another 30 tonner on the left hand side, a light laser turret. Probably a couple more turrets we can't see, one that we can, another light turret back there. In the vanilla game, this is where you fight a dragon, which is quite a good time. Let's go ahead and reserve, as always, down to 1 on the first turn, just to save our mechs a little bit of a barrage that they don't need to take. And now we can start moving out. So my hope is that the Timberwolf can move around to this left-hand side, because what's going to happen is those convoys are going to come through, starting I think from this depot here, but they move quick. So we have to have something that can keep up with them, and the Timberwolf seems like a good candidate for that job. Lots of SRMs to dish out some punishment as well once we do catch up with them. So what I'm thinking is, who do we move up first? Let's move up Nova. We'll go right into the water, because those VSPLs tend to run hot. They can't fire in medium, but we can get them on target with the longs. We'll fire the SRMs, but low odds they'll actually go through. Huh. One turret offline. We can see on sensors, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mechs in the back. That is, I think, a little bit changed from the vanilla. But mostly light mechs, which is interesting. Okay, single medium going into the Nova and missing. Not bad. Not bad. So we're going to be taking a lot of fire here. That Locust has more evasion than I would like. Yeah, absolute garbage accuracy against that thing. Move up the Marauder at a sprint and keep him kind of out of the way. Return fire. Get a sensor lock on the Locust. Okay, Firestarter moving around the side. Kind of wish I could have sensor tagged that thing, because he only has 2 evasion off the bat. And let's get... Can we get a good shot? Not really. Not really on either, but I think the Axeman would benefit most from sort of hugging that right side wall, if we can swing it. And we'll turn off the Ultra AC-20 for now. Too far away, not enough range on that. Let's go in with the quad ER mediums, and we do land it. A light smattering of damage against that Firestarter. And that is a lot of, well, enemies that we have to destroy here. Looks like 8 in total, not counting the turrets, because we already destroyed one and it didn't go away. We'll have to get some decent flanking fire from the Timberwolf. And let's do some calculations. So that's 132 armor and structure combined on that laser turret. If we land the ER large, we take down 55, only a 70% chance of doing that. Each one of these is 72 times 0.7. Okay, on average, we should be able to swing it without one of those SRM-6s, maybe without a second one. I do like to be sure. We did, in fact, miss with the ER large, but we had enough extra damage from the missiles that we just barely took out that turret, which is nice. A little bit of fire coming in at the Nova, but this Marauder does have an AMS system, so we are able to protect him a little bit. Not that that fire was that accurate to begin with. And it looks like 3 enemies remaining. Well, remaining moving for this turn. What this is going to end up with, I think, is we're going to have to snipe in at some things with the Marauder with precision strikes and really do damage with the improved Heavy Gauss taking off the legs, taking off the mobility of those lighter mechs that we're going to encounter. I think they will probably stick around longer than the heavier and slower opposition. And we'll have to put that sort of in tandem with the with getting nice up close and personal with the Axeman as well. Using kicks if we need to get rid of stability, following up with an AC-20 shell. Everything that we can do like that will be helpful. So let's reserve. They reserve as well. Good. Let's reserve. They're reserving. Okay. One more. Good. Now we can move the Axeman, and that shot is not a horrible shot. It's not the best shot ever, but the other benefit of it, we're in an awkward spot there with sight lines. I'm not sure I trust that. You know what? Let's just keep playing the reserve down game a little bit, and let's see where we can go with the Nova. So we can take the Nova over here, but then we'd be flanked by that 30-tonner. Not exactly the most dangerous thing ever, but still not super pleasant. Can I get any shots? I can get some shots in here at the fire starter, and I can be in the woods. So you know what, let's do that. Or I could try to take out the turret. Just taking out that light LRM turret would at least get guns offline, which is always something that you want. Or we put this on close. Yeah, I like the look of that. We're gonna go in against the fire starter here. Left arm destroyed. And we're offline. Medium laser offline. Okay, if nothing else, we'll take a little bit less heat damage. He'll probably decide to move now, is my guess. But I could be surprised. Okay, so that PPC looks like it came from a Panther shot. So, if we decided to, right now, what we could do is we could shoot in at, well, okay, we'd only get 2 offline. So we only get the most payment for saving 6 crates or saving 3 crates, which means that we have 2 that we can use for explosives whenever we want, which is pretty nice. You know, that's some good flexibility. I don't think I want to do that until we're actually really getting pressed. Otherwise it is a little bit wasteful. I mean, it takes options off the table, and that's not something you ever want. Bomb squad, what's your... that just isn't very good accuracy. You know what? Let's do this. We'll keep you behind cover entirely. Let's go in for another sensor lock on the fire starter. I think they'll probably move him, but if they don't, then we'll be able to go down there with the Axeman, follow up that AC-20. Yep, so they did move him. But he's exposing his back to us, which is nice. The Flamer misses, which is good, because the Nova does run a little bit hot. 6 evasion pips sort of saving us in that regard. He did go down to 1 evasion pip, which I think, let's try to show him exactly why that is such a mistake. So standing in a mineral field acts like 2 evasion pips basically. We don't have the most here, but we have a really good shot. And we can do defensive formation, get 20% additional damage mitigation. This should demolish this fire starter utterly, which is what we're going for. We only needed 1 shot. Okay, good. We fired 2. We missed 1 of them. Didn't have to be the first one. 1 salvageable part there out of that fire starter. That's not really the important part of this. And 7 garrison units remaining. The Panther's PPC coming in and missing, thankfully. And we'll have to hop the Nova into some water here soon because he's running nice and toasty again, unfortunately. But let's get the Timberwolf around, get him ready to start going after those escaping crates. Spider, well, should be more than overkill, but we have a lot of SRMs for a reason. Goodbye. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh man, I love just listening to those missile volleys. It's wonderful. A little bit of light damage on the Nova, but I think we're completely outclassing the garrison here, which is good. I should have brought a lighter lance. I should have brought at least 1 light mech really to even things out some, but well, that's alright. General, actually, 4 medium lasers. Our AMS coming in, saving the Axeman. A little bit of damage. Probably it looked like an SRM before. That's the dragon. Okay, LRM volley going in. Is that LRM 10? Probably. No hits. And now we have that and the cicada standing in the one spot there with the ammunition crate, but the cicada probably won't stay. The griffin, however, shooting it as well. I wonder. Oh, please don't move. Please give me a good shot on that ammo crate while you're still within the range of it. Ah, no luck. Okay, so we have two stations. Ah, there's a supply truck. We have two stations where we have two enemy mechs, and they're standing right next to a crate. Taking the most guns off the field would say that we go in against this ammunition crate up top. Oh yeah, this is what I said. Those guys are fast. Alright, so he just popped in. He also just moved. He's going to have a fair amount of evasion on him as well. Locust moving up does tag the Axeman with a medium laser. Such a small little rinky-dink mech. You know what we're gonna do? Hello everyone, and welcome to Why You Should Not Stand Next to Explosives 101. Courtesy of today's instructor, Bomb Squad, who has lots of experience with this sort of thing. What I'm trying to do right now, though, is I do want to get some evasion and still have a shot, which is actually proving a little bit difficult. I guess we'll just do this. Yeah, heck, that we can take this on our armor. I don't like that it won't tell me the shot percentage, but that's alright. Hello, ammunition crates. And goodbye, ammunition crate.
Munitions crate down.
Yep, it was. But we just dealt 60 damage to every hit location on those mechs there, which I actually thought would do. I thought we'd get a little bit more than that. Oh well. Panther moving up, pounding into the Nova, but again, no contact. And we now have to go after those mechs a little bit, otherwise they will return fire into the Marauder significantly more than I would like. So what do we have that can do that? Well, we have the Nova that can do that, and actually quite well. A little bit long range for the streaks, not really my favorite thing there. Let's take a look at the armor remaining on these guys. Not a lot. So we can get up top, or we can drive up the center, but the center doesn't give us a good vantage. So let's go up here. And we can change these. We'll probably need the long, but let me check the medium bracket. No, okay. Let's go to the long bracket. Not bad, not bad. What can we turn off to save heat? Well, the streaks may not fire unless we do this precision strike, which I think we do want to do. And the ER mediums do more than the medium VSPLs, and the VSPLs build more heat, so let's do this. We land those streaks. Very nice, very nice. Left arm destroyed, medium laser offline. That left leg has to be nearly gone as well. Unfortunately, the turret actually gets a fairly high number of hits against the Nova. Nova is proving to be a little bit of a distraction, which is good. I can take that for a little bit, but not for forever. So shooting that munitions crate really probably was less effective than just trying to take down one of those mechs with Bomb Squad's armament. However, the 3 light mechs on that side, 60 damage to each of them would be very nice. Just want to check that it did 60. Yeah, it did 60 regardless of weight class. Nova, oof, manages to dodge the PPC shot, which is nice. And most of the missile fire as well. Those 2 heavier garrison mechs still hanging out in the back. So 60 damage would go right through this guy's arms, go through most of the torso. Okay, but that cicada does move back. That's unfortunate. Probably should have fired at the lighter mechs first, but hey, live and learn. So what we'll do now, we'll take the Axeman. Actually, you know what? let's take Barn Owl. I want to see what our odds are of killing this vehicle. We'll go just on the move to save our accuracy a little bit. And Mobile HQ, it's a fair amount of armor. And 5 evasion pips. We're going to have to precision strike on this thing just to try to kill it. We'll have to see how effective this is or not. Oh, there we go. A little bit of overkill, but not a lot. If we didn't have the precision strike, probably wouldn't have made that. Probably should have put a mech over there that can melee. That may come back to bite me. Let's go on the sprint. Or, you know, the sprint doesn't really get us that much more movement because of the turbocharger in this guy. We'll turn off the, well, yeah, we'll turn off the UAC-20 because that refire penalty is killing us a little bit. And the medium laser damage onto a locust is actually pretty decent. Not much armor there to begin with. We can get in and close with the hatchet on that Axeman. I wish it was an axe, but it is still a hatchet. It's the same weapon. Almost wish you could change those out. That'd be kind of cool. But, okay, another supply truck coming out. And we didn't have anything left in the turn, so it's about to move. Which, I mean, it will have fewer than the 8 evasion that it had then. Actually, just 4, so 1 less than the previous. And we can fire him with the Marauder now. I'm kind of content having him just stand. I want him to draw fire instead of the Nova. And the Nova has been drawing our fire, which is not exactly great. I'll tell you what though, let's precision strike in here. Hopefully take out that dragon entirely. Oof, 40% damage mitigation does save that guy. And that's surprisingly resilient. Still 41 on the internal structure. They're using the collapsed buildings as cover. Loxus gets around behind the Axeman, firing in. Lands a couple MG shots, and you know, that adds up quickly on a mech's light back armor. So we do want to avoid more of that coming in. Speaking of shots into rear armor, though, we can take our own, and we will. It's the Nova getting up around the back side of that dragon. We'll turn on one of the VSPLs on long unless we can make it on medium, which we can't. So only 25 damage there. Hopefully, yep, that dragon is down. Didn't really need to shoot bomb squad at it. It's a bit of a waste. But I hadn't really seen that I could make that rear arc happen quite yet. And the Panther, moving up, tries to shoot the Axeman. Instead, loads that PPC directly into his own buddy there in the Locust, which is very entertaining. And a couple more missile shots coming into the Axeman from that light turret. We do need to kill the turret. Okay, so there's what's probably either a rotary AC-2 turret on that side, or just loaded up with 4 or 5, or however many AC-2s there. I don't think we'll shoot in another ammo crate. It wasn't really worth it. Okay, one laser does tag the Timberwolf. And we have to be a little bit careful here, because I don't want that mobile HQ to escape, but I don't have a precision strike, and that Timberwolf can't melee. Not even against, you know, a rinky-dink little truck like that, which is a little unfortunate. You'd think you could just say, okay, well, don't melee, just step on him. But no dice there. I guess it would have to be more of a kick, which is not exactly what clan warriors train for, but, you know, we're not clan, we're inner sphere. I get the clan mech quirk, I guess, and all that. He almost just took out the ammunition crate. That would have been really unfortunate for us. Well, okay, I guess we wouldn't have taken any losses from it, so that probably would have been fine. Guess that's our best bet. What are my odds on the melee here? 13%. Yeah, no. Okay. We'll just come up here and we have to try to take this thing down. I mean, we could battle Lord for the accuracy, but that gets risky with heat. We're already overheating because of the biome that we're in. But let's go for the Battle Lord, and we'll turn off some of the guns. So we'll turn off the ER large and one of the SRM6s. We'll load in here with everything. So with the good clustering, we get it. Okay, A little bit of overkill there. But hey, you know, that's what the Timberwolf is supposed to be doing right now, is getting us extra cash. Of course, we take more losses here. That's sort of one of those evens out sorts of situations, but why can't I use the physical weapon on this guy? Okay, so I have to from this angle. We can still shoot the AC-20. Ooh. Is there a reason to? Who am I kidding? Yes, there's a reason to. Well, we'll only shoot one. No, okay, we'll shoot both. We'll shoot both. It's alright, we'll shoot both. Hatchet coming in. Left torso destroyed, left leg destroyed. That mech is already falling over. And boom.
Their fighting units down. Keep this up.
Okay.
The facility is ours.
That's, yeah, that was satisfying. So I like that build better already. The fact that we can fire that UAC-20 in melee combat while swinging the hatchet. It's very nice. PPC does land in on the Timberwolf. The censored impaired is actually most of why I care about that, especially if there's another ammo truck next turn, which I don't know if there will be, but if there is, we could be in a little bit of trouble for that. How can I get an unobstructed rear shot? I don't know if I can, against that Panther. No, we don't have the height for it, and we don't have the movement speed for it. But that, I really want that shot. But it's not a good shot. If I stay here, no. Yeah, I mean, this is why I didn't really use this mech design all that much previously. It relies entirely on precision strikes to get that improved heavy Gauss to land. But we will fire it anyway, we'll hope we get lucky, which we do. Tears off a torso, a little bit of fire coming in from the mediums as well, and that Panther is severely injured. But its right arm is the one that holds the PPC, not the left. I think we just tore off the left arm. So that mech's main gun is still intact. Let's confirm that. Yeah, so we took out the SRM-4. It was held, I believe, in the left torso. But that's it. Okay, where can I get a shot on the rear of that? Okay, that'll work. That'll work very well. So we're trying to do the Griffin the same thing that we did to the Dragon. Is there yeah, Griffin rugged. Okay, so you know what? We will precise strike you. Streaks landing all in the same hit location is what allows us to really pound that standard engine. But despite all those crits, that Griffin is still standing. Looks like we tore off both torsos. 41 left in the CT on that mech. So he's not off the board, but he's effectively off the board. A little bit of light damage going into the Axeman. And I no longer want to run up there and smack that Jenner right next to the ammunition crate, because if that goes up, we'll lose... We won't lose the Axeman, but we'll lose most of our armor off of it, that's for sure. Cicada standing next to... Oh man, they're just worrying me with the misses there right next to each one of those ammunition boxes. Quit it. Quit it, quit it, quit it. Okay, so I can't melee any of them without standing inside that blast radius, which I refuse to do. So let's get up here on top of that hill and take a look at our choices. So we have the Panther, pretty good accuracy, a little bit worse on Cicada, a little bit worse again on the Jenner. Stop showing me those. See if we can get a precision strike, and that's not phenomenal accuracy on the UAC-20 there, but it's good enough. We can take down the leg. Left leg destroyed, left torso destroyed. And we pounded the laser fire in as well. That Cicada's gonna fall over. And now we can hit it nice and easy with the Marauder. I'll take that mech out of here. Which will work just fine and dandy for me. So there was no additional convoy that I know of, but he does tend to pop out on Initiative 4? No? Okay. Tell you what then. Let's go... do want to lose a little bit of heat, but I don't want to expose my rear arc to that AC-2 turret down the line there. Let's go in for the standards. I want to drop a little bit more heat than that. Let's try and kill the Cicada, which we do. pretty much right away, and we dropped our heat, which is very nice for shooting in at another one of those mobile HQs if we have to on this turn, which doesn't seem like it, although it does look like there's only 2. Panther shooting in at the Timberwolf misses again, which is nice. I don't think that Panther's landed a PPC shot the whole game, which, hey, I'm not complaining. So we will shoot in at his rear arc again. Is there a need to do a precision strike here? I'd say no. I'd say there's really no need to even shoot the improved heavy Gauss. We can save that. And the medium laser should be able to more than take care of that Panther. They do. Good. So, only 2 mechs left in the Smithon garrison. Oh, that was the turret. Right, because we don't have great evasion there. Which is a little bit unfortunate. And that Griffin is trying to hide from me. Actually, rather succeeding. You can come up here, though. And this will work. Good. We can't quite burn that hard. Alright, let's see what we can do. We missed one of the VSPLs, which is a little bit what I had planned if we wanted to burn through what remains of that Griffin, but he does panic and eject. I would too. He was basically piloting a skeleton at that point. Timberwolf taking a little bit more light fire, but I think we don't have to kill the turrets. I think we just have to kill the remaining garrison unit, which is an overheated Jenner. Not the most scary thing I've ever seen. He does hop. Was that a DFA? That was a DFA. You jerk. It's been a while. He's doing well. I mean, he's standing inside of that mineral zone, which does make him harder to shoot. If he had landed the DFA, that would have been a little scary. Unfortunately for him, he did not. So we're going to kick you, good sir, and we're going to try and hit you with the Ultra AC-20 to finish out the mission. There's the kick, right leg destroyed, and that leg is down. Let's see if that brings us to the end screen. Yeah, it did. Alright, hang around if you want to see the BTA loot cache that we get as a reward. Otherwise, thank you guys for hanging around. We'll be back next week. Alright, 1.8 million C-bills, not a bad payout. A bunch of 15% increases from doing the additional objectives, which is very nice. Alright, decent number of kills per pilot. And we do get some salvage here, although I'm not really sure much of it will be that useful. Let's take the cores for the money. Take the Dragon Parks is the heaviest thing out there. We'll take the Griffin Parks. We already have a Firestarter, and I'm not a fan of Panthers. Just not my favorite. Sure, they have their use, but not my cup of tea. We got pretty much everything. Alright, from Lord Alexander Madeira, my Lord Carosas, what a pleasure it is to see your face again. I guess we rescued him. I'm not really sure when that happened, but, you know, alright. We didn't. He's coming in. Simon Carosas, cutting right through the pleasantries. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a visual glitch. I think Arano was supposed to be standing there, but she's not. Okay. Alright, where were you while your sworn allies were under attack, while your people were being slaughtered? Hiding on the damned frontier. Saw your little broadcast from Eldry. By your own admission, you left us to die. We'll say nothing. He's right. And she can speak for herself. What the hell?
The board fell knocked over.
Alexa. So Kamea's speaking for herself, there's no problem there. Saved auto. Right. 20 years old. Guilty to Lady Arano's cause, died with his daughter, which is, that's fair. Okay. Alright. There's a ship in New Grange at the Onvelt. Okay. Good. Onvelt. In orbit, first moon of Smithon. Kamea Arano. House Corrosis has suffered greatly at the hands of the Directorate, but we need to show them that we're his allies. To be clear, I'm not his ally. She is his ally. If she's paying me, that's the only alliance we have. Alright. Unite the founding houses, blah blah blah. Okay. Fine. New Grange, transport vessel. I love that mission. It's a good mission. Okay. New Grange is running weapons the Order can reach. Okay. Workable plan. Let's move forward. What's the catch? Personal guard of the New Grange, Lance of Hardened Mech Warriors, summarily destroyed, complete loss, no survivors. So they have good defenses. This is what will come in. There's a little bit of a difficulty spike between the last one and this upcoming mission, which will be nice. We can field well, lances like we just did and not feel bad. Okay. Time like the present. And no BTA loot cache. Well, in that case, we'll do this next Flashpoint for the next video on Monday. I guess we'll get some nice payment from it, some good salvage, which, hey, that works for me. Till then, well, enjoy the weekend.